when I'm working on stuff, trying to come up with ideas, make characters, sometimes I will end up with something that is very similar to some real thing by accident. And I have to figure out if to just scrap something or start over or what. Have you ever run into anything like that, and how do you handle it?
Well, I mean, are you talking like, you have a
Okay,
character?
you make an original character, you come up with a story idea.
It's a little too much like Naruto or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as somebody who has, I do so many commissions out there, and people come out and they're like, can you draw my OCs, from the comic book novel or whatever I'm writing? I'm like, yeah, I can do it. And they go, okay, here's the design. I'm like, great. Here's their life story. Gee, thanks, here it comes, right? And they start telling you. And if I have to hear one more girl between the age of 12 to 20 tell me about their half-demon wolf boy, okay, who has a girl who lives in Japan as his girlfriend, okay, I will seriously cut a bitch, okay? It's like if your OCs are looking just a little too much, like Inuyasha, Naruto, anything that's come out of Viz or ADV or Funimation in the last, I'm going to say 7 years tops. If it's been anything, even story-wise, design-wise, like anything that's been on Adult Swim, time to put that little idea on the shelf and try to come up with something new. Because as a creator, you should be able to put a new idea.
It's always supposed to start though. I mean, when I was just starting, I copied everything I saw. I mean, so that's a good way to get yourself in the mindset of creating something within someone else's parameters. Again, it's like it's a warm up. If you're just getting started, if you like a certain universe that someone else has created, go for it. As long as it's private and in your house and in your mind, you do what you want. But as soon as you're going to try and present it to someone else or to the general public, it's time to take all that warm up and go for it all by yourself. As far as scrapping an idea that you have really come up with and you've loved, you sometimes just have to do that as an artist. You can't become attached to anything that's not established. Because I used to work set construction for a theater, and I've known so many set designers who have come up with this great design and it just didn't work, and they had to just gut the whole idea. They had to just everything they had been working for weeks on. Just okay, let's take a buzzsaw to it. Okay, it's all sawdust. Let's start from scratch. You have to do that sometimes as an artist. You have to just sometimes sacrifice this idea you thought was so great, but oh crap, someone was just a little faster than you. Sometimes that's just the breaks. Sometimes you just gotta. And I feel that's almost better circumstances because that makes your brain work a little harder. Yeah. So you're never getting complacent. You're always working out your brain.
Well, I like the idea, like when you're doing the stories that involve multi-characters, I just like, as an exercise, feeling myself, what would happen if, like, one of these characters who is crucial in this plot point died? And theoretically, what if he was suddenly removed from the story? How would everybody else have to react to, put things back on track? Hey, I've got another, somewhat many pages of work. Cool. It's a great mental exercise to go through. What if I killed my main character? Holy crap. Yeah. What if the girlfriend said, holy crap? You don't necessarily have to do it for the comic, but it's a great mental exercise in building your own story and the reactions of characters within your environment.
The subtext of that, though, is no matter what you do, because it is the internet, someone somewhere is going to contact you and accuse you of plagiarism, no matter what you do, because sometimes it's like, they thought of it 5 years ago. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know you 5 years ago. The example to that was some girl, when I first wrote my comic, emailed me complaining that my rune of fire was based off a design that she had done 2 years ago. And I had to write her back and say, actually I got the idea from cuneiform, but if you want me to contact the ancient Babylonians and copyright laws, I'll be more than happy to. It's the real sad phrase that they use a lot is there are no more original ideas. Of course there's original ideas. But as a writer or an artist, you're constantly drawing and taking in everything in the world around you, and sometimes you can't help that. So try to be original. Dear God, try to be original. But just get ready for it. It's some whack job you know tonight. It's just
gonna call you and say, I love your work.
You stole those bang designs from me! Those are my bangs! I copyrighted them!
Yeah.
They're patented! Patented bangs!
I'm going to sue you in Europe!
Any more questions? Yes? Awesome.
Yes, sir.
I've noticed with any
Another tiny question. You're full of tiny questions. Thank you.
My ability on computers is up to logging on and going to websites and maybe paying for stuff on said website.
Yes.
Does that basically make it impossible for me to do those things?
There's. Will someone else feel this one? I feel like
Well, I mean, I am in no way, shape, or form what I would call computer savvy. You know, it's every time I log on, I get a new virus. You know, it's amazing. Spybot. I'm like, what's a spybot? I push button, computer comes on, I make pretty thingy. Oh, I smart. Yeah. You know, I don't know. You know, but I got. Yeah, okay. This is how high tech my website is. I built it 4 years ago, 5 years ago, with front page, which is like anybody who's computer science going, oh, mom, stop, get out. That's you know, and it's like you know, you make a grid and you fill in pretty pictures and you fill in text and you say, okay, please go to internet now. Oh, it happened, yay! So it's like I'm not computer savvy, but you find the simplest program out there for building your own website dramatically, and you just spend a week with the book like I did, and you do make a couple of fake test websites for yourself, and then you upload it, and then you wait for people to tell you what you did wrong, because you have done something wrong. Trust me on this, and then you fix it, and then it's all better. So it's just a matter of, you know, kind of learning and kind of getting yourself in there. I don't use a hosting service like with KeenSpot or anything like that, so I don't know how simple it is for that. So, Mookie, how simple is it to do with hosting method?
Oh. I have a different answer completely. I mean, I consider myself the old man of the internet too. I don't know what the hell is going on with anything. I taught myself very basic HTML to get on Keyspace a long time ago, and then it had to be recoded by somebody. My website had to be recoded by somebody else who knew like a fancier language, like PHP or something. So, if you're with like Drunk Duck and Comic Genesis, they give you the coding and they give you an instruction of like, here is how to do this with this that we've given you.
Yes.
Follow this instructions. It might look a little skeletal, and it'll have our pre-laid out format, but it'll be online.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't know a damn thing about, if you're not computer savvy, like me and Ali, we're the elderly.
This is how I type.
What words? I mean, there's tons of people who are, you know, and you can meet them at cons. I mean, next week, I'm going to go talk to a friend, Hawk from Applebee's. I'm going to talk to him about helping to fix up my website. I don't know jack about doing that, but he designed his own website. It looks beautiful. I'm going to say, hey, can I, you know, give you a few bucks, and maybe you can help me out.
Yeah.
I mean, the resources are there. There are people whose jobs are to design websites, whose jobs are to make things look pretty. You know, I mean, you can't, as much as it's as romantic as it is to be like a one-person show and tackle everything and do it yourself. I mean, there's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in saying, okay, I need you to do this for me because all I know how to do is write a story. All I know how to do is draw a picture. Do I know how to code? No. You know how to code? Well, I know how to code. I don't know how to write a story. We're like peanut butter and chocolate. All right. And everything is better now. So yeah, there's no shame in asking for help. The help is out there. If you know someone, ask them. If you don't know someone, you might have to pay. But will it be worth it? That's up to you to decide. But the resources are out.